Welcome everybody to another episode of Conversation with OGs. I'm Meatball.
I'm Dre.
And today we're going to be talking about how to approach a female, in our opinion. So Dre, what you think about how you approach a woman or a female?
I feel like each woman is going to be different. It depends on the atmosphere and who's surrounding her. I tend to like, if I was single, if I'm going to approach a woman, I would like for her to be either by herself or maybe no more than one friend. If it's a group of women, pretty much you're going to need a group of guys to, to cover all the extra friends. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of hating friends. We used to go to Miami all the time. It'd always be a group of women. You always need a group of guys to counteract all the player hating in the women crew, because there's always going to be a woman that's going to be like, oh, nah, girl, this, and that. So, but I think that the approach is to be just straightforward. Don't be shy. Just go in, introduce yourself. Maybe buy her a drink. If it's just her and her friend, buy her and her friend a drink. But if it's a group, try to separate her from the group somehow for conversation, or for her, or let's go have a coffee. Let's go to the bar. Let me buy you a drink or something. Because you have to separate her from the herd. Otherwise, it's not going to work out in your favor.
Okay, I remember when it was simple, real simple.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you was in elementary school.
Right.
What you see a girl you like, she may like you, and you'll write her a note. Do you like me?
Yes or no.
Because I like you, and you'll send her a check, yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
We're a long way from that now.
Right.
Now, in my eyes, dating is very complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Elementary school, it was real simple. Middle school, it was more touchy-touchy. Now, I can touch on her butt sometimes, or we hold her hands, or I try to get her in a corner and touch on her titty or something. And then, once you get in high school, that's when things get real, because now here come the peer pressure. You know what I'm saying? You got your older brothers, your uncles. Nigga, you getting some pussy yet? You know what I'm saying? And, you don't want to make it seem like you ain't, so you might say yes. So now that same energy translate over to your girl. So now you putting pressure on her, like, so when you gonna give me some?
Right.
And so that's what, in my opinion, where it all start getting complicated. Is like, around 11th grade. And once you start having sex, prime time come around. By that time, you want to experiment. And y'all thinking about who's going to what school, and when it's get clear she's going to this school and you may be going to that school, you start thinking like, I'm gonna start doing my own thing. I know she gonna do her thing there. And I think that's when things start getting complicated. Because you remember we used to go up to Michigan State all the time. We was up there so much, like we went there. But the only thing you had to do then was take some smokes up there, take some liquor, because everybody up there was broke.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So you go up there, and it was real easy. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it was good that the conversation. If you good with conversation, all men are not good with conversation. So I think we did pretty good, because a few of us, we was good with conversating.
Well, most guys lack confidence.
I agree.
So when you sit up here approach a woman, you got to first approach her like you do this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Even if your first time, you got to walk up to her like, this is what I do. I expect for you to let me have my way. I expect for you, to give me a number or whatever I'm asking you. I expect for you to do it. So when you approach a woman with that type of confidence, because she really don't know. Either she said, well, you know what, I like him, or she don't like you. And she's going to tell you just so. But if you walk to her all, with your head down and you talking like you asking her questions, you know what? She going to be like, I'm good. I'm straight.
Yeah, women love a man that's confident. I agree.
And that's why they usually go after the older guys. You remember how we used to be like in high school, maybe the 10th, 11th grade, them high school guys used to come up there?
Yeah.
And they used to always have our hoes. I used to hate that shit. Yeah. You go outside, she talking to this nigga about 22, 23 years old. You know him from the neighborhood. You be like, man, this dude always coming up here getting our hoes. But you just gotta roll with it, because you can't say nothing to him. He got OG status. And, you just gotta say, well, I gotta wait till you screw over and then I'll pick her up. And that's how it usually went. So But for me, I never had no problem getting no girls, Trey.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got more women than you in high school. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I was locked up half of high school. I'm quite sure you did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just approach, man. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like if you have a nice clean cut, you clean shave, haircut, nice clothes on, it ain't got to be the most expensive clothes. As long as you look clean, you confident. I think pretty much 90% of any woman you want, you probably can have. It's all about the confidence you show her. You pretty much kind of talking to her like, I'm doing you a favor. Even though I know y'all women gonna get mad, but that's the type of man y'all like. Y'all like a confident man. Y'all like a man that's maybe tall, clean cut, pretty teeth, he got something going on. But just off of interaction, if you showing, okay, shit, you winning with me, they're gonna give you that phone number. Now it's about the delivery after that. A guy, you can get a phone number. That's the easy part. But shit, once you get her, the fumbling, a lot of men fumble. They can't get past the phone number. I mean, I done saw it a lot of times, being out of town with the fellas. Guy may have her on the hook and he shoot himself in the foot. He done said the craziest thing. Now, a guy with good conversation, even though you done said something wrong, she may be going left. If you good with conversation, you can say the right things to reel her back in. I mean, I done been there before. But if you terrible with your conversation and the words you choose, she's out the door,
Yeah, but it's easier. I don't think the problem ever was getting a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I think the problem was always maintaining a woman.
Well, back then, it's different now. It's harder to get a woman now. And the reason I say this because all these women are at a point where they're promoting what this man got. When this woman can be sleeping on somebody else's couch, and this man may be a decent guy with a decent job, but she may expect him to be making $300,000-$400,000 a year. She may expect him to be a big street kingpin or a pro athlete or anything and be a millionaire, and she may be sleeping on her cousin or somebody else's couch. The expectations is just crazy now. So with them pumping all this stuff, like all of the women rappers, then social media people pumping all this bull crap into the average woman head, the average women feel like I deserve better. And they really are getting better. You know what I mean? She may work at McDonald's and she getting a guy that maybe work for the plant. So yes, that man is doing better. He's in a better position, but sometimes that's not enough. You know what I mean? I see women, I see women that always yell out, I'm expensive to entertain me. I'm expensive. Man got to do A, B, and C to entertain me to keep my attention. But then I done saw them same women was tight when they can't even get their hair did.
Yeah.
That don't make sense to me. So the expectations is different, I think, now than it was back then. So now it's harder to get women. You can still have the confidence, you can still have the clothes and all that stuff, but you still gotta have a little bit more.
I think the women had perfected their game because now what the women is doing now, they wear the fake purses, they wear the fake jewelry, fake clothes, because the reason why, in my opinion, that they do that is if a man try to come talk to me and I got a Louis Vuitton purse, he know this here costs $4,000.
Right.
I got this fake jewelry on. Just glance at me, I got about 30,000 worth of jewelry on. So just any guy is not going to approach a woman with all that fake shit on because he assuming it's real and he know he can't afford it.
Right.
So by him knowing he can't afford it, I think that's how a lot of these women now is putting men in their class.
See, what the thing is, it's all that. It gotta add up. It's a lot of you guys out here with $7 million worth of jewelry on, and you going to jump into a cutlass with different colored doors and all that. I mean, you got jewelry that looks like it should be real, but then you got to look at the class of guy that's wearing it. It don't match up. You can't. I've never in my life saw a guy with $2-3 million worth of jewelry standing at the bus stop, jumping in a piece of shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's at a point now, it's so much fake jewelry out here. What's the purpose of even buying some jewelry? It don't make sense. Back then, when we was buying jewelry and we motherfucker like, damn, that's a nice motherfucker. Now everybody got a nice motherfucker. So I done spent $200,000-$300,000 on my shit, and I'm standing next to a guy that spent $400 on his shit, and he looking like the boss, and I'm looking like the worker. So what's the purpose of even doing it? I just keep my money, put the shit in the safe, buy a house with it, whatever, buy you some nice clothes, and enjoy life. It's a point. We're at a point in life now when they say, like, once upon a time the real was what's in. Right now the fake is what's in.
Yeah.
All the fake shit, all the bullshit get cheered on and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Because I'm thinking back in the 80s, guys was getting money for real. In the 90s, niggas was getting money. Money was everywhere, but they were still, that's the beginning of the stunting time. 2000, that's what was flat out. That was a stunt era. You know, you got to have, you know, the latest Benz, BMW, Range Rover. Then come 2000, that's when it started changing up. And it started, you know what I'm saying, I say it's time for me to start getting out the way. Because now, the guys that shouldn't be in certain positions ended up in certain positions. I remember back the 2000 era, it was men out here that'll look out for these females before they look out for their homeboys. I mean, your homeboy could be trying to get on. They was putting chicks on then. Chicks had the plugs back then. And they wouldn't even turn their man on. And by the time we got to like 2007, 2008, you know what I'm saying, it was over. I remember boss women. It was women out here putting niggas on. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So now, fast forward 2025, this is the perked out season. It's all about who can trick who. It's all about the kind. The women trying to trick the guys, the guys trying to trick the women. In the club, everybody a boss. Like you say, only way you can start putting people in a category is when you get outside and you see what they jumping in. But in the club, you can't tell. Everybody got on $200-$300 jeans. Everybody got on $300,000-$400,000 worth of jewelry. You know what I'm saying? A nigga can have $200 in his pocket, stretch the shit out of that, buying drinks, you know, stretch. But when he leave out, he can't even tip valet. So this is the season that I think we live in now, is who can trick who the best.
And that's why the approach is so different now. Now you got to come with you got to be living like you a mafia boss in the club, if that's where you going to meet her at. If you meet her up on the street, if she going to the salon or you catch her, you got to be pulling up in something that's you know what I mean, that's nice. So it's easier to maybe catch a woman. Just say if you're on vacation, you catch a woman on the beach. Back when we used to go to Miami, majority of the women we met on the beach. And you taught me that. I was like, I was like, shit, we got to get these Benzes. We was the first couple times, like literally, the first time I went to Miami, I spent about $6,000-$7,000, and maybe we was there for like 4 days, and I didn't even enjoy myself. I done went down there like in our later time when we was going down there, and I didn't spend maybe half that, and I had more time doing that. And you showing us, shit, we don't need these cars, man. All these women, they coming, but they all going to the beach. And I said, well, damn, I ain't think about that. So all the women these men got to pull up to the club with and rent these cars, these same women is going to the beach. And that's where you catch it, man. You know what I mean? That's your best approach, man.
Well, you think about it, you know, speaking of the beach, women like to have fun on vacation.
That's true.
You catch her, you play with her, y'all playing in the water, having a good time. She actually gonna start liking you at the beach. She ain't gonna like you at the car. She like, well, they got a nice car, but I know he rented it. You know, I know he wants some pussy. But when she got to know you at the beach, it's different. Fun, right? Yeah. Now she gonna call you and be like, so what y'all getting into? Once you and your mans meet us here. Once y'all hook up after 9-10 o'clock, y'all pretty much, you know, but she your girlfriend that night. So that's how it was back, you know what I'm saying, in 2000, you know, the late 90s. When it was, we knew how to have fun. If we go out of town with some off-brands, that's some guys from outside our circle. If we go out with some guys outside, we can see, you can tell who was with who.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have sit up here, well, I have seen guys that I went out from different circles, and I be like, man, these niggas don't know how to have no fun. You know what I'm saying? They standoffish. They waiting on the females to come to them.
That ain't how it work out. If a female approach you, you better be standing over there with 50 Mr. T chains on or something. Otherwise, they not approaching you. That part has not changed. For the most part, a woman still want to be chased. She still want to be, you know what I mean, looked at like I'm the prize and all that. But as men, for us to approach them, it's like, I hate to say it, it's like a game. Every woman is not going to be the same. And you got to upgrade your game for some of them. You may have to downgrade your game for some of them. You got to, it's like freestyle, how they say Jay-Z and Biggie go on there and they don't write and they freestyle as well as Lil Wayne. It's the same thing with approaching a woman. The one thing you're going to say to this woman, you definitely not going to say to the next woman. You know what I mean? Because your approach going to be different, depends on the vibe she's giving you.
Yeah.
So you just have to work off that, you know.
You know what one of my classics is, though? That knock, knock. Knock, knock. She be like, what you doing that for? I say, baby, that's opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it pass. You know what I'm saying? That was one of my classics. They always like that. You know, that ice cream line I come
That's
with.
what I was about to say. The ice cream line.
All women love ice cream.
Yeah. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I've met women and they was, no. Baby, I just want to, get to know, when you tell her, I just want to get to know who you is. Let's sit down, let's have some ice cream and just, talk. That there, a grown woman, she's coming for that. She's going for that. I actually met a girl out one day, a woman out one day. This was 06. I had went down to, I forget, it's not Floods. I can't remember that, on downtown. Was it the Network? Was it called the Network?
No, you talking about
It wasn't Floods.
Oh, wasn't Floods?
Wasn't Floods.
Nicky's?
No, it used to be down there with a soup place.
Oh, the Blue.
Nah, not Club Blue. But anyway, I went to this club for my birthday. 06. Fire marshals wound up coming to put us out. The club was slapping. So we, it was the club right here that we was at. It was a liquor store right there. There was another club on the other side. They put us out. Literally, the street was like a party. They put so many people out. And the liquor store right there, motherfuckers got one bottles of champagne liquor. We just all out there chilling. It's a chick next door sitting down. I'm trying to throw my shot up. I gave the bouncer $20. Say, bro, I ain't even trying to go in the club. I just want to go on the balcony, little part to holler at her. I want to get her number. I walked over. Talking to her. I ain't got no jury on or nothing. Talking to her. She's like, nah, my dude in the club, this, and that. I say, baby, I just wanted to get to know you. I said, I just paid $20 to get in here just to get your number. She was like, you lying. I said, dog, what I get you to give me? Like $20. I say, I paid in here. I ain't trying to go in the club. I just came to pay him to come meet you. Blew her mind. She gave me her number. She's like, hurry up. Put my number in your phone. I don't want him to see. This how it's just doing different type of stuff. Mm-hmm. That made her feel some type of way. This man didn't pay to come to the club. He paid just to come talk to me. That's the type of stuff that women like. They do something for their ego. Knowing I had an agenda, she was just going in the books. But women like different type of things.
Well, they like to chase.
They like to chase.
And
but you got to be original as well.
That's right. And as a man, you supposed to like to hunt. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to hit a home run every time. You know what I'm saying? You might be 6 for 10. You know what I'm saying? You might be 5 for 10. That's 50%. You're doing good. So, but you just got to maintain the confidence. And that's the better you get with your game, approaching a woman, the better it will sound to her. It'll sound better and better to you. When it sounds better and better, you be like, damn, I sounded good. You got to think what she was thinking.
Yeah, that's gangster.
So
right.
the more you do it, the better you will get. Then you gotta, like Drake, like you said, it's classes. You can't sit up here and go meet a chick at Nicky's and then mess around thinking you finna go to a white party and run that same shit. Nah.
But I've made that mistake before. I think I've been overconfident at times. I remember one time when we went to Miami, we had met some girls from Ann Arbor. These was like some educated women, good degrees and all that. And the way I talked to her, man, I was talking to her like I would talk to a little chick I met at the strip club. And she was like, I don't believe you're the same guy I met yesterday. Please don't call me no more, please. You know what I mean? It be the like, I don't know, sometimes I in my life, I've got a little bit arrogant.
Well, that's that pit bull.
Yeah, I guess because it got a little easy. Like a lot of people like, man, like they uncomfortable, it's hard to talk to women. I feel like that shit was easy.
It was a couple young guys. They was like, you know what, man, I don't do nothing for a chick. And I'm like, man, I don't believe that. See, a lot of these young guys, and they 22, 23, they don't believe in buying chicks drinks. They don't want to take them out to eat. They don't want to do none of that.
See, I ain't nothing wrong with doing that because that's like the entry into the doorway. Like I've told you a lot of times, I say, boy, she wanted some gym shoes. They was $150. I cut her off. Or she did this and that, and I cut her off. Ain't nothing wrong with going to buy some reason within reason or a drink or something. But my thing is this: you have different classifications of women. You got somebody you popping that you know somebody else is hitting. You got somebody you dating and trying to build a relationship, or you got your girl. If we not at stage 2 or 3, if we not dating and trying to build something, or if you're not my girl, you got a salary cap. I'm not doing A, B, and C. If I'm just trying to hit and somebody else or a couple people else hitting it, I got to put a salary cap because I don't want to look like the average trick. You see what I'm saying? Because that's how they viewing us anyway. It's a free meal, a couple free gifts, and all that other stuff. Then they gonna juggle us and how they feel of importance. You may be more important than me, so she'll call you. If you call, she gonna say, well, shit, boss said he gonna be at 5. I'm gonna dodge Dre to 6 o'clock if ball don't come through by 6. Then I'm gonna call Dre secondary. So they juggle us by classification the same way we're gonna approach them by classification. So if I'm just trying to hit you, you're getting the bare minimum. If I don't see a future in you, you're getting the bare minimum. Don't call me talking about Ruth Chris, Morton's, anything. We might be doing Red Lobster, some starters, something that's simple and reasonable.
See, I don't think a woman should be able to call you and suggest where you should spend your money at. See, I look at it like this. If I'm interested in a young lady, I'm going out to eat and I want you to be my company. Mm-hmm. You coming as my guest.
Right.
You don't tell me, well, take me here. Cause I'm not. Then I won't take you nowhere.
She gonna say I don't eat that. She not gonna tell you to take her.
But you know what? Where we going? This is where we going. A lot of times you'll catch me down in starters. I like starters.
Ain't nothing wrong with
You'll catch me at Fridays.
Right.
Sometimes you'll catch me over there at their Royal Grill. You will catch me at different places I like to eat at.
Right.
Now, if a woman get to talking about, you know what, take me to Benihana's, if I feel like eating it, but if I want to eat this, this is where I'm going. And if you don't want it, I understand. I will go by myself like I always do.
This is a true story. I dated somebody back in the days. We wound up going to, not Steve's Soul Food on Grand River, but they got I think it's Franklin's. That's the other restaurant they had downtown. I think it's called Franklin's. I don't know if they still got it or not, but we went downtown. You know, they got like the buffet, pay a certain price, and they just fill your shit up. So I took her down there. This motherfucker told me, oh, I don't eat buffet food. I said, okay. I said, go on, have a seat. She had a seat. I paid for my shit, got in line, got my food, and I'm eating my shit right in front of her. She was on fire, but my whole thing is this. I'm taking you out on a date. You're not taking me out on a date. Mm-hmm. So if this is what, like, it was a nice, elegant, everything, the atmosphere was nice. The whole thing, it was bad. It was a buffet. She had an issue with it because it was a buffet style. So guess what? This same motherfucker I'm talking about used to eat Vienna, however you pronounce it. Vienna sausages out the can. So
bam, all that shit.
You eating Vienna sausages, but you don't eat buffet? I've never had a Vienna sausage in my life. That shit look like mini hot dog. I don't even know what it tastes like. But if you can eat this shit out the can, or sardines, I don't want to hear it. I don't eat buffet. Motherfuckers be bougie when they want to be bougie, man.
See, I think when a woman be like that, she's trying to train a man. I think she's trying to set the tone on what she wants you to do.
You ever saw a motherfucker grab a full-grown lion out the jungle and train you? No, you got to get the motherfuckers as cubs and train them as they get older. Ain't no motherfucker putting a leash on me and train.
Well, you got to think. I believe a woman can train a man with that pussy.
Shit.
I'm finna tell you, Dre, they do it all the time.
Okay, I gotta hear this.
Okay, you think about this. She rewards you when you do good. You know what, baby? Oh, you surprise her. You done bought her outfit and some boots or something. Mm-hmm. She fucking you. You know what? You ran out of money at the end of the month to pay a bill. She got attitude. You ain't getting no pussy for a couple days. They call it rewarding good behavior. Okay. Not rewarding bad behavior.
That shit only gonna work for a simp, bro.
Well, it only works for a nigga that wants you like that. If a nigga wants you like that, that shit'll work. But if a nigga like, you know what, baby, I know my value too. Mm. So he gonna look at you, if you feel that way, you know what, I'm gonna get the fuck on. Mm. And I believe every nigga, when your woman ain't doing what she wants you, what you want her to do, listen, just leave. Because if not, you're going to be dealing with attitude. You're going to be dealing with all that. Somebody in here, you ain't got time for none of that shit. Get the fuck home and let her be by herself and think about her actions.
Listen, this is how I feel. I've never dated a woman and I didn't tell them this. If I date somebody, if I'm in a relationship or if I'm dealing with somebody, I'm going to let them know. If you tell me no multiple times and there's no good enough reason, I'm going out and fucking. You can't tell me no and your stomach hurt. Okay, I heard you today. 4 or 5 days later, no, I'm rushing. No, because of this. Them excuses, okay. I'm going out and do my thing. And then when you ask me, I'm going to tell you, yeah, I pop some shit off. Because my whole thing is, one, you're not training me. It's not, to me, I feel like sex is an even exchange. You're giving me something, I'm giving you something. Now, if I buy you a gift, if I do something, that's just because I like you. That's something extra because I'm vibing with you. It's not going to be exchanged, because if it's going to be exchanged, I'm going to say, here go 200. What's up, bitch? Now I got to talk to you like you're a prostitute or something. I'm not going to pay you to have sex and still treat you like a woman. Treat you like a queen, open up doors and all that. If I'm tricking, and it's tricking, this is just what it is. So
you about tricking with your woman?
No, if she's my woman, I'm not tricking with her. That's what I'm saying.
So if your woman don't want to have sex with you,
I'm going to fuck something else.
And you'll give her some money?
My girl or the chick I'm going to fuck?
The chick you want to fuck?
If that's what her end game is, you got to realize, boy, think about this. You don't drink, but you've been to the bar with us. You got women, you don't approach women and exchange numbers, or you don't have women say, well, shit, what you talking about after this? And you know they talking directly about, I'm going to give you this pussy, but I want a few dollars. You see what I'm saying? That goes with the approach of when you approaching a woman. All women is not trying to date. Some women is looking for a motherfucker to come in and help with these bills. So once I get that vibe and I'm single or my girl tripping out and ain't fucking, look, what's up? 150? Oh, I got 100. Okay, take this 100. Pop off. I done got what I needed. I done helped you with a bill and I'm gone. So, I mean, that's a part of the dating game now.
So basically, some women ain't looking for love, they're looking for help.
Yeah, a lot of, I think not some, majority of women is looking for help. I was listening to what you was talking about how Caucasian women go to college to meet their husband. I just watched like 2 little different documentaries about it, and they was talking about, they even had a movie called Ring Before Spring, and that's what a lot of these white and Caucasian women do to go find a husband at college. And women, the black women, they go to further their career, and that's crazy as hell. I mean, I'm not knocking it for the white or the black women, but my thing is, you can't meet nobody to build with. Either you got to look at from the white woman's point of view. I'm coming in, I'm gonna give you your kids, and I'm gonna be a housewife. So we not building together. You're carrying me. That's just my beliefs. Then you got to look at from the black woman's point of view. I'm working on my career. I don't have time to give you no kids, and I'm gonna be superior to you because that's their mindset.
Did you say superior?
Superior. That's their mindset. No black, in my opinion, I'm not speaking for Ball or no other black men. No black women feel like they're equal to a black man. They feel like, okay, I can give life, I can do A, B, and C, I can do this, and they feel they just more superior. Because if they didn't feel they was more superior, they wouldn't talk to the men the way they talk to men. Think about it. Back in the days, you couldn't talk any type of way to a black man. In any other countries, you talk a certain type of way to a man, they'll stone you to death or behead you.
But see, Dre, this is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna go back to the welfare system. I think the welfare system fucked the black culture up.
Right.
Because, once the black woman start taking that free money, and like I always say, one of the conditions was you gotta get rid of the man. Can't no man stay in the household. So they made it a way of surviving.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my grandma's telling my aunties, well, you know what? You ain't getting no check. She basically saying, well, you need to go have you a baby so you can get you a check and get some food stamps. Mm-hmm. I remember when I was younger, dating 18, 17, that was a privilege to have your own food stamps, to have your own check coming in. It wasn't nothing but $300 a month. You might be getting $200 a month in food stamps, but you killing the game. Mm-hmm. You could survive real good off $500 a month back then. Yeah, now, shit, you need at least $2,000 a month. It just times had got harder, and I think the way that the women was raised is all they know. I tell women all the time, women give other women terrible advice.
I agree.
They give them the worst advice. They tell them how to be single. They tell them how to struggle. You got so many women out here that's consider themselves single parents. You pretty much single because you want to be. Mm-hmm. You don't know how to shut the fuck up. You don't know how to keep your mouth closed. Mm-hmm. So, a man only got, only two things going to happen to him. His choice is this. It's going to get physical eventually because a woman ain't go, you know what, baby, I don't like it. She go call you little dick. You ain't shit. You're just like your daddy wasn't shit. She's going to say all kind of hurtful things.
Gut punches.
And the man he's eventually going to
snap.
He's going to snap. And whatever he do, first thing she's doing is 911 on speed dial. She know how to hurt you.
Or she gonna shoot the shit out your ass because they all carrying CPLs and she couldn't wait to shoot you. So yeah.
Well, I haven't came across too many women as shooters. I done seen them at the range and they suck.
Bro, what about the lady that was at the gas station on Southfield Freeway with the cowboy boots that ran up and shot all in the car? You don't remember that?
Yeah, but that's rare. That's why you remember.
What about his girl killed him?
Yeah, but you see how you remember certain things?
Yeah, it's not a lot. I'm not going to say it's not
you
a lot.
got some chicks that was raised up with their brothers. They gangster like their brothers gangsters.
I agree.
But most female want to look pretty. Most female thing is this. If he don't do it, another nigga will. And to me, that mentality...
That go both ways, though.
Well, I think that mentality will fucks a woman up. Because I think, a woman shouldn't have that mentality. Her thing is that, you know what? If you ain't getting what you want out of your man, you need to figure out how to finesse him. How to stroke his ego.
Or they feel like it's time to replace him and upgrade.
Yeah, but you got 2 kids bound.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but that's where your value is with that man.
Yeah, the value is with that man, but you got to realize, just like you said, they feel like even at 50, they feel like they still got a higher value. They feel like they more superior. That's why they leaving these men and thinking they going to get out here and hit jackpot. And guess what? They all lonely at the club.
That's right.
50 looking like Waldo around this motherfucker. And it's crazy, man. But that's why I say the difference is dating then was easier. Dating now is way harder because the expectations, the unrealistic women, as far as women evaluating themselves when they look in the mirror. You not cold like that. Because sometimes they can get a false belief because they got men all in their inbox. Motherfuckers saying shit. Niggas will fuck anything. Mm-hmm. And they just trying to get off craps. And once they pop you, it's on to the next. But just because all these men is in your inbox and saying, you on there twerking, you over there, you showed you got a big booty. What you think the man gonna do? Oh, soon as you got a divorce, I'm single now, I'm back on the market. Yeah, he probably wanted to pop you from back in the days.
Yeah, but see, that's another way of them belittling themselves. You got these women, first thing they do, they get on the camera and turn around and bounce their booty. Mm-hmm. That only thing you letting this man know, you good for sex. Everything you doing, they lift their stomach up, want to show how flat their stomach is. They want to show off their camel toe.
Most of them at 50 ain't doing that. They motherfucking stomach hanging over their camel toe.
Yeah, but see, you right about that, Dre. If you look at a lot of these women, and I'm talking 45 and older, when they go on vacation and they send pictures, you know what you see? Them on the beach by themselves. No, you see them walking in the sand, you know what I'm saying, with a glass of liquor or something. You know what I'm saying I'm enjoying myself.
No, they bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? So you see loneliness. Mm-hmm. You on vacation, you still lonely. You might well kept your ass here. Yeah. That lets you know the choices that you keep making for yourself is bad choices.
Let me step
and it's not working out.
Step in 1 minute. I'm gonna say this to you, ladies, and the reason I'm saying ladies because the men, long as a man has a few dollars, he can always get a woman. As long as a man is valued, he can always get a woman. So y'all may say, okay, yeah, this man he's tricking, he's doing whatever. That man don't matter because he got a younger, newer model of what you used to be, and he's happy. Now for the women, once you get older, don't get stuck in your mind that, you know what, I'm going to do better. You got to realize, if you have a group of sisters, I've heard a woman say this, if they wasn't together, they would hang, it'd be a sisterhood club. If that's what you want, and you don't want no nigga with his meat laying all on you, then go ahead and be lonely and get you a rose, and if that's what you're looking for. But when it's cold as hell, you ain't got no nigga holding you, nigga telling you beautiful, you out here. I feel like being in a relationship for women make them live longer, because they don't have the stress, the carry of have to figure this out, because that shit is solely dependent upon the man. That it's on our shoulders. So that's why they live longer. So once you get out there.
Well, they used to live longer.
Yeah. But once you get out there, you got to look at, you lonely, you out in the club. The average person that meets you, he's not looking for nothing serious. He just want to pop you. And then now you got all these added responsibilities that your man used to carry. So sometimes you have to weigh your options. Okay, if he physically abusive, you should have left a long time ago when you still looked like something. I can't hear, oh, he been abusive for 20 years. You shouldn't have been there 20 years. You should have left year 1. So if you done dealt with 20 years of him putting his foot in your ass.
Yeah, and you know, just to piggyback off what you said, women are, right now today, they getting heart attacks like men. They dying like men. They having strokes like men. That's because they living like men.
I agree.
So when you saying they living longer, not no more. You know, the first.
I'm talking about they lived longer than when they had that man.
That's right. Well, you got to think. In my opinion, a woman want a man to do everything she don't want to do. She wants you to take the garbage out. You know what? She heard a loud noise. Go down there and see what that is. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You always risking your life. So I think women prefer to have men when it's convenient for them.
I agree.
But when they have them girls, and she might have a street dude, and she popping, but a woman never tells women what goes on the other side. If she's dating a street dude, she ain't telling you the part about when he don't come home some nights. Mm-hmm. All the lying he be doing because he living a fast life.
Well, all other hoes he got.
Oh, that's right. He's lying. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, he's an Indian giver. Because when I was in the streets, I was an Indian giver. You don't do what I want you to do, I'm taking that shit back.
Right.
So that's just how it works. Mm-hmm. We got to have some type of control. When you married or you got a baby daddy you with, stay with that nigga. Mm-hmm. You stay with your baby daddy. You stay a family, because that's the strength. The family is the strength. When the family get broke up, you leave it wide open for anything to happen.
I agree.
So I think if a woman is smart, yeah, you gonna have fights. Yeah, the guy can do better. But everybody go up, come down. It's a roller coaster. Life is a roller coaster. So when he's up, you know what I'm saying, y'all make the best choices y'all can. So when y'all hit that down, you can manage the down. Mm-hmm. Don't leave a man when he down. You sit up here, you manage. Now, like you said, if he kicking your ass, I don't feel sorry for no chick getting her ass kicked, because you chose him. You chose a a female ass kicking ass nigga, they gonna say, well, he tricked me. I didn't. Come on, you got signs. He beat his last girl ass. Niggas that whoop chicks ass don't just start with that one female.
Let me pause you 1 second. I'm 100% in agreement with you. A man shouldn't be putting his hands on a woman. But let me also throw this in here. Don't look at you women, you can put your hands on this man. Because I feel like if you put your hands on a man, you deserve whatever comes after that. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, well, to me, that's a given. When I was raised by a woman. When my mama raised me, she never specified who to hit. She said, if somebody hit you, you hit them back. She never specified, and for a reason. My mom understood what stopped a little girl from hitting a little boy. Nothing but him hitting her ass back. It worked the same way with a big girl. What's going to stop a woman from hitting a man? If she know he gonna hit her back.
Yeah.
I think that's something that should be taught at home. I think the daddy should have taught his daughter, listen, do not get up in no man's face. Do not push a man. Do not put yourself in a situation to be harmed by a man. This is the kind of things that fathers teach their daughters. But if you was raised by your mama, guess how you go act? Just like how she was acting, and that's why your daddy beat her ass.
So sometimes I don't care if a man put his hands on a woman and all that. Sometimes women get so far gone in their emotions, they gonna react. They gonna put hands on you, knowing they gonna get beat up after. But you gotta learn how to control your emotions. I mean, women are just something wrong. I mean, that the emotions just go everywhere where they do not think. I told a story a long time ago. I was dating somebody. Me and her got into an argument. I was driving. This motherfucker punched me in the eye while we was driving. I couldn't even see. That's how far her emotions. Fuck killing her. Fuck killing me. She just reacted off emotions. And knowing we could have died in that. That's how women move, man. That's the craziest shit ever.
See, Dre, I'll go back to things, just make it make sense. Let's make it make sense. I remember back in the 90s. When I was young, I sold a whole lot of crack. It was a whole lot of people coming was pregnant. So that makes them crack babies.
True.
So we got a lot of crack babies running around here. And one of the side effects of being a crack baby is you don't have a middle. Either you happy or you sad. So now you got these women, when you say something and they don't like it, they're instant angry. They can't talk to you about it because it ain't no middle with them.
I agree.
So I blame it on crack. So when these women start acting crazy, ask them, did your mama smoke crack? Did your daddy smoke crack? Because right now you acting like a crack baby. And that's just being 100, right?
That's real, right.
So I think a lot of it is one of the side effects of crack. Because you know what? A woman can piss me off. That don't mean I can't talk to her. We can even break up. That don't mean I can't socialize with her. I can still say and say, how you doing? I mean, if we've been together for 5-6 years and we broke up, just because we broke up, we beefing? No. I still appreciate the time I spent with you. So when I see you, I can still say hi to you.
Right.
If you got kids, what, I'm mad at your kids too? No, I see your kids, hey, how you doing? Tell your mama, say hi. That don't mean I'm trying to get back with her. I'm just being friendly.
Yeah.
So I think when it comes to, things like women don't know how to control their emotions, I think it's from other shit. Same thing with a man. You got a lot of crack baby men that don't have no middle too, so it goes both ways. I'm not being prejudiced with that either. It goes both ways.
It could be traumatized from previous relationships as well. They could have been getting beat in this relationship. They could have been raised up where they had to be the parent. It's so many other ways where I feel like women can be traumatized. And then the man, we get the blunt end of that. So that goes along with when the man is approaching this woman to date, to jump off the top rope, whatever your thing is. You got to match that energy. You can't sit here and I'm going to give you an example. Me and one of my partners out on a double date, I remember I told you a story before. And the women saw a guy hold a door for another woman. They was like, a nigga like him will drag through the mud. You have to match the energy for the woman. You can't see this is a hood woman and you opening doors for her. If she's not used to that type of stuff, she's gonna she's gonna definitely take advantage of you. You gotta match her energy. If she's a classier woman with your approach, you're gonna treat her like a classier woman. And you're not gonna do it vice versa. If she's a classy woman, you're not gonna treat her like she was from the hood. And if she's from the hood, you're not gonna treat her classy. So when you're approaching a woman, everything changes. That's like we say, it's freestyling. You gotta pick up the vibe she on and you gotta match that energy.
Yeah, I agree with you. All women is not the same. You know, some women like aggressive men. Women that told me, choke me.
Yeah.
Some women, you put your hand around her neck, you are scaring her. You know what I'm saying? She thinking like, what is he finna do? So it's different type of women. You know, some women want you to pull their hair. Some women want you to talk to them.
Right.
You know, so it is different types of women that prefer different types of things. You can't treat all women the same because they're not. Nor is all men the same. You know, I can't stand no reckless mouth female.
Right.
If a woman talk loud, she talk. Listen, I'm straight on you off the rip because I know I'm gonna kick your ass. That's what's going to end up happening because it don't stop. When we get in an argument, all of a sudden now you even worse.
Yeah, she gonna turn up.
I had a chick one time, Dre, we got into an argument, man, and I'm thinking one thing, she better not touch me, cause she like this, yeah, nigga, you ain't shit, your mama ain't shit, and this her finger. And when she, boop, boy, I jumped up, and the boy, I put a whooping on her. I told her, do not put your hands on me. You can say what you want to say from across the room, but it seemed like the more common the dude is, the more reckless she gets.
See, that's the thing. Like, you know how a motherfucker be like, okay, I'm gonna do this. They don't respond. I'm gonna do this. It's like, this is like the line. Okay, I got away with this. Let me try this. And then once she put her hand, she probably felt like, he didn't move for this, so I can do this. She just kept moving the line till it is what it is.
Well, see, my thing is this. I'm going to tell you what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm about. Listen, I don't want no problem with nobody. We had a guy online was talking about if a nigga was to smack his daughter, he go do X, Y, and Z. What do you say? You better have your insurance paid up. But
somebody responded to him too, and was something about.
They go both ways.
Yeah, they go both ways.
I mean, like we said, we talking about that shootout shit. Bullets, you know, it all about who got the most, who's most active, and who got. I'ma just say who got more practice. So when them bullets get to flying, if your aim better than mine, I lose. If my aim better than yours, you lose. The whole thing is, if this is all over a woman, why not just raise her right?
Raise her correct.
Why not just stay in her life? You can't sit up here, you know, you've been in jail for the last 20 years. Now you want to get out. You're trying to make all this time up being this super dad for this reckless ass woman. I'm not feeling that.
You see, I feel like sometimes it ain't got to be about prison. I got the same type of mentality. Nigga about not putting his hands on mine as well as you. But at the same time, just like we feeling this way, the other nigga on the other side, like, I wish he would go bring his ass over here. So that's why everything got to be, listen, don't put your daddy in this situation. Keep your hands to yourself. And this is what all men need to teach his daughters. His sons and his daughter. Keep your motherfucking hands to yourself. They put hands on you, then you make sure they don't put hands on you no more.
That's
right. But keep your hands to yourself. Because I'm not going to think like the average dad. I'm about to go knock on this man's door and shoot him or do anything. See, people don't judge people correctly. You don't know what this man may have spent tours in Iraq. He may not be coming to knock on your door. This nigga might be in the backseat of your car when you headed to work. You don't know what no man is capable of doing. So it's best to try to avoid any type of altercations. Because once it go left, ain't no bringing it back.
And I tell any man that'll listen, once a man put his hands on another man, ain't no going back. Ain't no more being cool. Ain't no more, you know, let's work it out. No. Because if you sit up here, usually when men get into a fight, it's serious. You know, men it's like two lions fighting.
Exactly.
So it ain't no just like two. I've seen women fight. They may get slung around a little bit, and they hit so fast, but ain't nothing on it. I've seen a chick grab a chick, bing, bing, bing. Her hand moving so fast you can't even see it. But when you look at the girl, ain't no damage done. So cat fight. You know what I'm saying? When men fight, it's power behind it. You losing a tooth, you breaking jaws. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be more to it. So I think men should talk to their daughters. And like you said, Dre, I'm pretty sure if your daughter call you, you come and running. You scratching out the corner and no questions asked. Me too. Mm-hmm. But see, like you said, I talk to my daughter. I got faith in my daughter. I pray my daughter never put me in a situation for me to perform and where I can possibly go to prison. Mm-hmm. But you don't think about prison. You ain't thinking about if your daughter call you crying and she's telling you what, you already on your way. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing the person that she's talking about can tell you. You ain't finna whip up trying to talk.
But I still do. It's like, but us being from the block, from the streets, we still gonna do our homework, ball. Like my daughter had a situation with some girls. It's on Trumbull Street. It's like a little townhouse, but they call it some projects. I literally went over there. Just me and her. Had my strap. But before I went over there, I made phone calls. This is the address. If you don't hear from me in 20 minutes, it is what it is. I think everybody is not thinking. It wound up going there. It's just a woman and her daughter. So we was able to have a conversation. While we conversating, she telling me my daughter is all through there causing all this ruckus. The average person would have just went through there and went bananas. But me, I'm trying to over conversation because I know when this stuff go left, it can go all the way left. Come to find out, my daughter was in the wrong. I gave the lady my number. If you see my daughter down here again, please call me so I can get in her ass. Being able to talk to somebody, it alleviates a lot of bloodshed and a lot of problems. Like when I first got there, her energy was like, I'm from the projects, I'm from this and that. I said, I understand, I'm from Linwood. You see what I'm saying? So that project shit you yelling, shit ain't scaring me because I know what I'm capable of doing. I know I'm cut. But me being a man, her being a woman, we was able to talk. We was able to iron everything out and gave her my phone number and nothing left. And during the time while I'm sitting there have a conversation, my phone blowing up and everything good. Everything good. My whole thing is this. Us going through what we went through, I don't know how the next man gonna operate, but I'm not gonna put myself in any danger. I'm gonna try to prevent it by all means because I know I have a bold ass attitude. And when I say I have a bold ass attitude, I can't move like everybody else. I can't, if I got somebody that I feel like my life is in danger, I'm no longer punching the clock. I can't go to work. I can't think about nothing else until this shit is resolved. Mm-hmm. So what all y'all people, that think, okay, he's not going to do this or this woman won't do that. I've never grew up like that. I don't put nothing past nobody. So with that being said, as being a man or woman, y'all should better try to squash things, iron things out. And, our kids get us into some bull crap sometimes.
So, Dre, looking back, because you've been married twice.
Correct.
You ain't had your fair share of women.
Correct.
So, at this stage of your life, at 50, mm-hmm. having a girlfriend versus having a wife at 50, uh-huh. which way would you rather go? If you had to give somebody advice on around, let's just say between 45 and 55, what is the best way to go?
See, it's kind of hard to say. And what I say is this. As a young man, men marry women because that's what the woman want. I've never met any young man that say I want to be married. So we do it for the women in the beginning. But as you get older, when men get married to say, you know what, if I'm sick, she gonna hold me down, or if she's sick, I'm gonna hold her down. Oh, it's like it's an advantage. Like they say, it's a business arrangement. Everything gets cheaper when you get married. As far as whatever it is, yeah, it's more beneficial as a couple as you're older. And I can't really say if you young, I wouldn't rush to get married. I don't see the logic behind it. You know what I mean? Unless you one of them type where your mama raised you and you feel needy that you need a woman to complete you. Then them the type of men I know they get married as they younger. But to me, dating or being in a relationship, the only thing it is paperwork, and this person can be my, if anything go left, they can speak for me. If I'm in the hospital sick, stroked out, fucked up, heart attack, they can vouch and say, well, this is what he should do. This is what he wanted to do. That's it. I don't really see too much behind getting married in your 50s, your 40s, and any of that shit.
Because I look at it like, man, once you walk down that aisle, you be like, damn, I'm gonna miss it. You know, I ain't never been married, but me looking forward, which I'm going to get married. I'm thinking like, damn, would I miss being single? You know, sometimes I want to just lay in my bed and stretch out.
When you want to do shit, yeah.
You know, I want to just, you know, sometimes I want to just flirt. Talk to a chick on the phone. We ain't really talking about that. I just want to just be a man sometimes. And I feel like when you get married, you lose a certain part of your manhood because you can't be yourself no more.
I don't feel like it's a part of your manhood, but I feel like you're going to sacrifice and lose a part of yourself because the part is, okay, now I got to respect. She don't want another woman around. She's territorial. Then it's, okay, now we see mine's, it's not even the part of another woman or doing this and that. Mine's is the financial part, the cold, you know, mingling of the funds. We got to buy houses together. Ain't no such thing as, oh, I'm going to buy this house and you buy that house. It don't work like that without paperwork. Once we get married, now we got to have separate paperwork to do this and that. It just, to me, that's the part that I feel like it makes everything complicated. Now, if we can get married, you buy your shit, I buy my shit. And when we divorce, it's still your shit and my shit without having to do any type of paperwork, then that's a good thing. But once you get married, all that shit is out the window.
See, I tell you all the time, the second biggest transfer of funds is through divorce. And you know what? Every woman, I have not came across a woman where the man came up in the divorce. It's always the woman.
The only ones that I know of. I know it was a long time ago, front page of the Detroit Free Press, when Nita Baker had lost in her divorce and she had to pay her husband. Her head was down. I remember that shit on the front of the Free Press. Her head was down in the courtroom. She had to pay that bag out. But that's what it is, though, man.
Well, so I think women, and I think they smart for doing that. You get a man to marry you because you make it hard for him to leave you. And if he do leave you, you know, you will be happy in the end because he is going to be a gift that's going to keep giving. He got to pay alimony. He might have to continue to pay the house note. Y'all got kids, child support. You get a piece of his pension. I mean, it's
depends on the guy. Some guys said we went fishing. She fell off the boat. I don't know what she had.
I've been seeing a lot of that.
So I'm just saying, depends on the guy.
Okay, thank y'all for tuning in with another episode of Conversation with OG. I'm Meatball.
I'm Dre.
We out.
Peace.